it's Esther here on Keeping House. Today I'm starting a series of videos on my housekeeping plan. I use chore cards and a dry erase board to help me manage this plan. This series is long overdue. When I first started to think about doing YouTube, it was because I felt like this plan gave me so much peace, it decreased my stress, and it kept my house clean. People who have encountered my plan have said, "Man, that's amazing, you should share that with people," and I just kept dragging my feet trying to figure out how to do it. The first year that my husband and I were married, we moved into this big house. I had always lived in apartments. I felt so overwhelmed. I kid you not, I didn't clean the house. I don't think I swept my floors more than twice in a year because it felt so overwhelming to me until I sat down and made a plan. Every house is different, every family is different, your need for the level of clean will be different, but a plan can help you keep your sanity. So I'm going to go through with you the whole plan over the course of the next probably 6 weeks. Today we're going to go over my daily cleaning chores. These are the chores I do every single day. Then I'll take you through my weekly chores next week. And then over the series of a variety of weeks, I'll show you what I do on the first week of the month, the second week of the month, the third week of the month, and then I'll do some overview of chores that I do even less frequently than monthly. Some I don't even do every year, but I know how often I need to do them. So my philosophy for my cleaning plan is, it's a little hard to follow, but I'm going to go through it. I've said it before. I do chores as infrequently as possible to keep them as clean as possible with the least amount of work possible. So it takes a while to sort that out. I usually revise my plan annually as kids are different ages, we're involved in different activities, and the realities of how often things need to be done changes. But I have found the rhythm in our home that makes it look clean, that takes the least amount of time possible. I don't clean things that aren't dirty. I try to clean them as infrequently as I can so that they always look clean and always are clean. It has been amazing for me for things like hosting. I love to host Christmas and Thanksgiving at our house, as well as different Bible studies and groups that we do, and I never have to do a ton of extra work for people to come over. I just keep up with my normal cleaning routine and the house is clean. My husband can say to his softball team on a Saturday, "Hey, let's go over to our house for a barbecue," and I don't feel stressed about what I need to do at my house because I know that it is clean enough to bring people in. It's never all clean, spotless at the same time, but every area of the house is clean enough that it's comfortable for me. I hope you can find this plan helpful for yourself. The morning reset is technically not part of my chore program, but I gather up the laundry and sort it. I turn off the front porch light, unlock the deadbolt, open up all of the shades. I do any last minute pickup that hasn't been done from the night before. I put a clean water cup out for the baby and make sure he has snacks ready to go. I brew my coffee. I might put away dishes from the night before, anything to get the house looking just perfect to start off the day. There usually isn't a lot because we try to get most of it done before we go to bed at night. Chore is wiping down the kitchen, and I literally just wipe down every surface. The countertops, the stovetop, the front of the microwave, any spots on the cupboards that are bothering me, just to give it a fresh start. I use my chore cards to write out my plan for the day. First, I just write everything on the side that I need to get done, including meetings and other responsibilities, and then I go through and write them up top in the order in which I think I'm going to be able to get them done, planning around baby's nap time, wake up time, and when meetings are. Make sure that I prioritize doing my Bible study in the morning before the baby wakes up, or it seems like it just never happens. sure you get all your water for the day starting first. The third chore is doing the dishes. I do dishes like my coffee mug, the baby sippy cup, the coffee pot and filter, things I don't want to wait till it's time to run the dishwasher. I also wash pots and pans from dinner the night before because I usually don't get to them. And lastly, I always like to wipe out and clean out my sink. I think I'm less likely to put dishes in there and leave them in there if it looks clean. The fourth chore is prepping coffee for the next day. I don't want to think about coffee first thing in the morning, I just want to drink it. So I have it all set up early in the day so the next morning I just have to hit brew. The fifth chore is getting some stretching and maybe a little exercise done if I'm motivated to. Walter does this with me. We have a fun time playing on the floor together. I usually put music on YouTube for him, and we just enjoy getting some stretching done together. Last but not least, chore number 6 is making dinner, which I do pretty much every day. I try to do it when Donovan gets home so he can watch Walter. And I just move around between here and there, doing whatever we decided to do for dinner that night. Making a pan of cookies. If you haven't watched my snickerdoodle recipe, you should go back and watch it. These are the same cookies from that video. And I try to clean up as much as I can along the way without neglecting dinner. If the main course is a frozen meat, I defrost it earlier in the day, and if there's a lot of chopping, I try to do it during Walter's nap time if I can. But in the summer, we like to grill a lot. So that is what every day looks like for me. It didn't take that much time. In fact, the baby's still asleep. I will add in exercising, which I do with him, and making dinner, which I can't do in the morning. Those you have seen in my video. But as for right now, I've done my morning chores. Baby's still sleeping. Everything's done. I can relax. I hope this is helpful. Have a blessed day.